What's good, Fight fans? It's Ashley's Corner. And my man, Carlos Takam, he is about to be back to business. He called out Dillian Whyte. Yes, he said, I want Dillian Whyte. And let me first say that I seen this on Hitman Strikes Back webpage, and I checked his the Twitter page, Carlos Takam's Twitter page myself, and found this. But yeah, he called out Dillian Whyte, and Dillian Whyte responded with this: I welcome all challenges, but one fight at a time. Right now, have got Brown focus on, and let's make the people know. Let's let the people know. I was meant to fight you in my last fight, and you didn't want it. Facts. He says, Takam says, Dillian, you talk too much, my friend. We shall meet soon. Now, I honestly think Takam's last fight was against Anthony Joshua. And if you had Anthony Joshua in the right hand, and you had his contract in your right hand, and you had Dillian Whyte's contract in your left hand, which contract are you really going to sign? To hell with Dillian Whyte, and he signed the Anthony Joshua contract. I don't think anybody would disagree or say that he was ducking Dillian Whyte to fight Anthony Joshua. But Dillian Whyte had to make that known, so he made it known. It really doesn't make any damn difference, though, because Takam's last fight was Anthony Joshua, and everybody knows Anthony Joshua was supposed to fight someone else, and Takam filled in the position really late to fight Anthony Joshua. All right. He didn't have that much. Both fighters, Takam and Joshua, did not have that much time to prepare for each other because he was a fill-in, you know. So I don't know about when the time when it actually took place as far as Dillian Whyte's contract and Anthony Joshua's contract. But all in all, he made out pretty damn well because he fought Anthony Joshua. But when it comes to this fight, geez, man. In my opinion, Dillian Whyte will take a L right after he takes his second L. He will take his second L. March 23rd is when he fights Lucas Brown. Lucas Brown is going to give him L number 2, if you ask me. I think Lucas Brown is going to knock his ass out just like Anthony Joshua did, and it's a good chance that Takam could do the same, as well as stopping Dillian Whyte. If not, it could go 12 rounds. Takam is very tough. He's a tough guy. I do not see Dillian Whyte stopping Takam. I just don't see it. It's possible. Anything's possible in a fight, but I don't see that. But look at the stats real quick. I'll go with Dillian Whyte first. Dillian Whyte is 22 wins and 1 loss. His loss, of course, came from Anthony Joshua. He has 16 knockouts. He's fought for 104 rounds. His knockout percentage is 70%. He's 29 years old. He's 6'4" with a 78-inch reach. Takam, on the other hand, been fighting for a very long time. His record is 35-4 and 1 draw. He has 40 fights combined, 27 knockouts, 194 rounds under his belt. Knockout percentage is 68%. That is very high to be a heavyweight. And that 6'1.5" is really not that tall, but that is a lot of knockout power for 40 fights as a heavyweight. You have damn near 70% of knockout power. That's pretty powerful in my eyes. They probably the same. You know what I'm saying? Whyte and Takam's power is probably on the same level. If not, I'll probably give the edge to Takam. But he's 37 years old. Of course, like I said, he's 6'1.5", but he has an 80.5-inch reach, so he got 2.5-inch reach on Dillian Whyte. Now, I can't sit here and say I've seen a lot of fights with Carlos in it, but seeing him fight Anthony Joshua and seeing him fight Joseph Parker was good enough. Now, I seen Dillian Whyte fight in about 4 different bouts, and I'm not impressed with Dillian Whyte. I don't think a lot of people are impressed of his fighting. You know, to me, he is kind of slow when he wants to be. He doesn't really have good defense. He just has a regular high guard. That's about it. I see Carlos Takam punishing the body That's what I would do. Being that he is the shorter fighter, not by that much, just by barely 3 inches. He's 3 inches shorter, but he makes up for that in reach. So I mean, he could. This is kind of like an even bout when it comes to on paper, as far as what as the stats, what I just said, their record, their height, weight, and all of that. The biggest difference is the age difference. Carlos is 8 years older than Dillian Whyte, but he's a tough cookie. I think I think he will stop Dillian Whyte if this fight ever happens, and it should. I don't see the reason why not. Carlos does not have a fight coming up. Of course, Dillian Whyte has a fight March 24th, and after he loses to Lucas Brown, I don't see why that fight can't take place. Probably June or July. I remember Anthony Joshua saying that instead of fighting Carlos Takam again, he wanted to fight. He actually wanted that rematch in between him and Dillian Whyte. So after Dillian Whyte loses against Lucas Brown, in my opinion, I think he's going to lose. And if he really does take the fight with Takam, he will lose that too. I don't know if Anthony Joshua is going to want to fight Dillian Whyte again. But that's all I got for you. That's it. And that's all. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.